So, as I said to you, it's not so much of...
No, it's hostility. That's what it is. I've not. You know, I've not done anything wrong.
I know, and I accept the fact you have not done anything wrong. But do you understand our point of view?
Security admitted he had done nothing wrong, yet they still ordered him out of Canary Wharf. But once he reached public land, their attempt to stop his camera triggered the exact opposite.
To do.
Me, yeah?
What's wrong, mate?
You've been called in by the buildings because you're taking pictures of the buildings, the lobbies and all that?
Wait, lobbies?
Yeah, the lobbies of the buildings.
Can I ask who you are, please, John?
You know who I am, you just ask them. Canary Wharf
No, I don't know who
Security.
you are.
Canary Wharf Security. There you go.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can I just ask what you're taking the pictures of the lobbies of the buildings? Because you've been on camera the last 20 minutes.
What, taking pictures of the buildings?
Yeah.
Is that how you approach visitors of it in your city?
What do you mean in my city?
Well, this is the London City.
Are you recording me?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And I need to move on, my friend, because...
Right? Yeah, I've engaged this gentleman. He's recording me. He's refusing to answer my questions. What do you want me to do, mate?
Any Yankee call sign available to them?
Do I have to answer your questions?
Try the corner.
May I ask you a question? Do you need anything with me now? Hello.
My name is Amelia. I'm Canary Wharf Security.
A simple photography visit quickly turns tense when Canary Wharf security confronts a man accused of filming buildings and lobbies. He questions their approach, refuses to explain himself, and starts recording the encounter for protection.
I am a bit anxious at the minute, if I must admit,
Yeah.
because I'm being cornered by some security
Yeah.
for taking some pictures.
Yeah, that's
What's
fine.
going on?
No, can I just...
You've just tracked me down. You said you've been watching me for 20 minutes, my friend.
Excuse me.
They've been watching your camera, not me.
Why? What have I done
Can I
wrong?
just say something?
Yeah?
You haven't been cornered.
Canary Wharf is a private estate,
Yeah?
and also there's a high security risk
Yeah?
of people taking pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah?
So obviously there's a lot of people who are working here, and terrorism is quite high here. So the only reason, the thing is, if someone, can I just explain?
Yeah.
So if someone is taking pictures of buildings, but not so much buildings
Yeah.
as the whole, but inside the lobby, and obviously security is inside the lobby as well. So the thing is, there's a high security risk of you taking pictures you're not supposed to be taking it. Yeah. So it's not so much us, but our control phone has spotted you walking around with the camera for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And what they've seen, they didn't quite like it. You're more than happy. Canary Wharf is open space to everyone.
Yeah.
And you're more than happy to take photos.
Yeah.
That's fine. However, it's
It
just...
doesn't seem that way though.
No. So the reason why we've stopped you is just have a nice chat to find out why you're here and what sort of pictures you are taking. That's the only thing.
Anything and everything. There's no security. It's on barefaced, as you can see. Yeah. I didn't like John's approach, if I'll be honest. You very polite, you know. So but I just didn't like John's approach. It was like I'm a criminal.
No, you know, this is what I'm saying. It's our job, obviously. We're here to protect the estate and people who work here.
Yeah.
So, as I said to you, everyone is welcome. However, when someone is taking pictures, not so much of the buildings, but inside the lobby, or, you know...
Security claims the photographs could raise concerns because of terrorism risks and visible reception areas. The photographer argues that John treated him like a criminal before asking what he was actually doing.
Pictures which are not quite touristic-like, if that makes sense. I'm not
Well,
saying
no,
they're not...
that's the thing. You see, it's the photography is in the eye of the older. So basically, if I wanted to picture that HM government sign, right?
Yeah.
You might not like that. You might think, what's he taking a picture of that for?
That's what I'm saying. It's
You know.
to do with Canary Wharf security as not so much, as I said, touristic photos of, like, let's say, if you take a photo of the whole building, like Citigroup, yeah, that's completely fine. But if they've watched you walking around the buildings, certain buildings, and you position your cameras towards the lobbies or towards our cameras. So that's how, I'm not saying this is what happened. However, it looked that way to our control room. So we've got a duty of care to this estate and people who work here. So I came here to have a polite chat to find out whatever you work on the estate and what actually you're taking photos of.
So just literally, as a photographer, I will be polite with you. Anything and everything of interest.
Yeah.
And basically, I didn't even know. You see, are you saying the property that we're on, this footpath,
is private?
It's private.
It's private. However, it's private estate. However, it's open to everyone. However, if someone doesn't behave a certain way, we can allow the person to live with.
Yeah, but I've not been bad behaved or anything like that.
I'm not saying that you have. You have to understand why I came here.
Yeah.
It's to do with terrorism threat that Canary Wharf is facing. Yeah. So I've got the duty of care.
No, I fully understand your duty of care.
You're more than welcome. I'm not saying that I'm gonna ask you to leave or anything. I came here to have a friendly chat. To find out whatever you are willing. I'm not saying that you have to and you're obliged to show me your photos. But if you are so kind, because I'm asking you politely, whatever I can go through the photos you've taken.
No. And like I say,
not go through. Like, if you can show me the type of photos you have taken.
No, I don't do that.
Security explains that Canary Wharf is privately owned despite being open to visitors. When the officer asks to inspect the photographs, the man refuses, turning the situation into a debate over privacy and authority.
And then
I uphold my freedom in this country
that's fine,
that I was born with.
Okay, that's fine. In that
so
case,
if you want to revoke my right to be here, that's entirely up to you guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
But like I say, I can promise you, there's nothing hostile with my visit to London.
This is the only concern that I have.
And the only reason I'm filming is because
that's fine. If
someone says, tells a lie and say, I said, I called somebody a name or something like that.
That's fine. As I said to you, I'm not, forcing you to do anything. I'm here just to protect people that work here and our estate. So I'm just going to have a friendly chat. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna speak to my controller, explain what happened and what you've told me. That obviously I'm not forcing you to show me the pictures, and you said you're not going to show me the pictures, and it's completely up to my manager at the moment, whatever he's going to ask you to leave or not. So this is the case. This is a private property, and I'm going to let you know what the outcome is.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. So can I just ask, whatever you're working here?
Again, see.
Well, you don't
I've
have
a
to
right
answer. You don't have to. As I said to you, as I said, the outcome, wherever you can stay or go, is based on your communication with me and whatever you are cooperating. Because as I mentioned to you, everyone is welcome, but obviously we've got our laws and procedures, and there's a policy that we've got in place to deal with people who don't quite behave in a certain way. Where I'm not saying that you have
that's it. So
I'm just saying that because you've been, as I said to you, by our control room, you've been deemed not so much suspicious, but not quite matching the profile of people that are here, like people taking like touristic profile normally. Well, the thing is, if someone is walking around and taking pictures of security lobby, that's our concern.
No, but there was no security lobby there. That was the open glass. Do you know the open glass?
But there's
foyer?
a security desk there as well. There's the whole reception area. You've got security in certain places. So this is...
See, you've just told me something I didn't know.
The photographer says he records encounters to prevent false claims. Security remains calm but warns that management will decide whether he can stay because his behaviour appears unusual.
Oh,
yeah.
She's so big, I would never know if you hadn't told me that.
Like say this building, which is the government, which behind, they've spotted you down there as
well.
No, but it's a government building.
Do you know, like my innocence, does that not tell you that I'm not here to...
I'm not...
You get what I'm saying, yeah?
I'm just
trying I didn't know about that security bit that you just told me about.
I'm just trying to explain to you politely why I'm here. So basically, each building has got security presence inside as well. So, as I said to you, it's not so much taking pictures of the whole building, but if you're walking along if you move from one building to another one, and what you taking pictures of, which is like the reception area where the security is standing, and then you move to this building, Again, there's a security area, and then you're taking pictures again. Then you move to this building, and again there's security in certain places, and then you're taking pictures of it again. This is something we need to clarify. I'm not saying this is you can't do it. However, I'm asking you questions why you've done it and whatever you're willing.
Just clearly, everything that I find of interest from a public space, I don't want to enter into areas where I'm not meant to be. So
Yeah.
say for instance you had a man on a gate. I wouldn't want to
Can
try.
you just move through the crossing?
I wouldn't want to try. I wouldn't want to
to
try and get
Yeah.
past an area where I'm not allowed to be, basically.
Yeah.
So
You're allowed to be everywhere. However, I came to have a simple chat
Yeah.
and just courtesy chat to find out what exactly are you
Yeah.
a tourist, whatever.
So it'd
you're
be
taking.
interesting to me now, because
Yeah.
obviously, if you hadn't come to me now, I'd have been gone. I'd have been back on my tram. I'd have been. I don't even. Do you know when you go over that bridge there?
Yeah.
Is that owned by Canary Wharf? The other
No,
side of
that's
it.
not. If you go
Okay.
across the bridge, it's not our estate.
Yeah. So I would have been gone. I was just looking on my map when John come over, and if John hadn't come over, I was looking on my map. I was probably going to go across there, but I'd be interested now to see.
What the outcome is?
Yeah, because if they kick me off these, this is. I'm gonna.
I will tell you one scenario. If let's say I come down here and then I politely ask you whether you can show me what's on the
Yeah.
pictures, then you show me a few pictures or all the pictures you've taken, and I deem them as touristic like. Then you carry on. We wouldn't have this conversation lasting that long.
Security says he moved between several buildings while filming reception and security areas. He responds that he stayed in publicly accessible spaces and never crossed into a restricted zone.
No.
However, because the way you are with me, which you're very polite, however, because you didn't say you're not happy to show me the pictures and stuff like that, it's now up to, it's not my law, it's Canary Wharf procedures. That
Yeah.
I will let them know what our conversation we had, and then it's up to them
Yeah.
whatever. As you said.
Can I just tell you a little story?
Yeah.
I went to Poland, Krakow, a couple of
How do you
weeks
know
ago.
Polish?
Oh, I didn't. I went there, and I visited Birkenau 1, Birkenau 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you know the Polish people? No matter where I went in the city, not one person batted an eyelid about public photography, and I went everywhere. Right? Now, what this is sounding a bit like it's sounding a bit like Stasi stuff. This,
No,
because
it's
honestly,
an iconic place. Canary Wharf is
no.
a very iconic place.
I went to every place in Krakow. Right?
Yeah, but what
There
is
was
to
nothing.
do
There
with
was nothing. that-
Canary Wharf is a different place than Krakow is a different place than Canary Wharf. Krakow is not a private estate. It's open space to everyone, and Canary
Yeah, but
Wharf.
I didn't know this was private,
don't-
right? So
yeah,
I
yeah,
got off a tram there,
Yeah.
thinking I see all these good buildings. So all I feel like when I'm being stopped by John,
Yeah.
and the other there's two security people, I think it's hostility because I'm going from the mindset I'm doing nothing wrong. I've just finished work.
You have now.
I'm in my work
Can I
clothes,
just say,
right?
What's your name, sir? Do you mind?
Pardon?
What's your name? Do you mind?
You
To
call
go-
me RP.
IP.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you've done something wrong.
No, I know
As
you're
I
not.
explained the reason why I come down here, because we've got duty to Canary Wharf. This is why we're here. This is what we get paid for. So, as I said, we had a conversation. I feel you're completely fine and innocent. I don't think anything. It's just the fact that, the way you explain, you basically, you're not really, it's not that you're not cooperating with me. It's just like, it would have been very simple if you just click through the photos with me.
Well, that's the thing, you see.
Yeah.
I go by the law, not what people's feelings are. So if my mum
But
said
it's
to
a
something,
private, it's a private land.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's the ownership now is, and I'm not being rude. If the owners of
Yeah.
Canary Wharf want me to exit their land,
Yeah.
then I will do that.
Yeah, that's fine. So just let me have a little conversation.
But like I
with
say,
myself.
please
Yeah.
tell them I'm not
Yeah,
up here
I
for
know,
any
I know,
hostility
I know.
or
Yeah.
any security risk.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't show me birth.
The officer says showing the photographs could have ended the matter quickly. The photographer refuses, stating that he follows the law, not other people's feelings or suspicions.
face.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know.
That's fine. That's fine. No problem. Yeah, that's okay.
May I ask your name, my friend?
Yeah, of course, yeah, Steve.
Steve.
Yeah.
So, it's a good job, really, and I'm not being funny here. It's a good job that it is Canary Wharf's land in a way, because I don't know who were driving that van, but if that was on the main public roads, that's 3 points that and a fine.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because you literally, when you stop on a zigzag,
Yeah.
that's an instant 3
Yeah,
points
it's a
and a
fair
fine.
point. I was driving, and sometimes you forget about that when you're on
Yeah.
private land.
And unfortunately, there's no exemptions except for the emergency services, really.
That is correct, but yeah,
You know.
sometimes I say if you.
But like I say, I'm not,
because I drive this pretty much all the time, and you sometimes forget about little things like this because it's what I see every day. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, good point. Yeah.
And some people don't even know the reason why the zigzags are put in place. It's to give pedestrians good visibility from a certain distance away from the pedestrian
Yeah,
crossing,
of course, yeah.
So if, say, for a blind person come out and they miss the turning on the wheel and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I have actually seen it happen where a biker nearly took out a blind person, and it was the biker's fault. He had gone around the wagon, gone for a red light.
Oh, okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? But the blind person did the right thing and stopped at the lights, waited for it to, because they feel that thing there's a thing that spins, isn't there?
While waiting, the photographer notices a security vehicle parked on zigzag markings. He turns the scrutiny back on security and explains how dangerous that parking could be for pedestrians.
So yeah, basically, it could have been deadly, really, that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll bear that in mind. No doubt.
Yeah. So do you get this often, do you, with people, or is it just
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes.
just over photography?
Can be complicated.
Well, I don't know why. It's like because there's no law against it. I can understand, like private companies wanting to make their own rules, but I don't think you've noticed something that's on my head, have you?
Really? What is that? What's on your head?
There's a camera in the middle of it.
Oh, is there really? Okay.
Now, I could have walked around here, I could have filmed everything, looked through every window, right? And you would have never known that, would you?
Mind you, yeah, but I wouldn't anyway, would I? I'm not-
No, but what the only reason why these went on my head...
Yeah, so 1 sec, so.
No worries. No worries. My tea can wait. Yeah, the only reason why they went on my head is when I was approached by John, because I was going to use them as a secondary measure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too long, and we'll hopefully get this sorted.
And that could...
The man reveals a small camera mounted on his head that security failed to notice. He argues that someone with harmful intentions would film secretly, while his visible camera only made him easier to challenge.
And they could actually deny me transport back to my base as well there, because, like I say, I got off that tram station there.
We'd always, whatever the outcome, we wouldn't stop you getting on the train station. But, to get home, basically.
Yeah.
There's no, we'd just, every way you wanted to go, we'd let you leave. We wouldn't make you go a certain way.
Yeah, but I wanted to go over that bridge, you see, and then come back.
You're free to go over there. Yeah, you're free to go.
I've spoken to my boss. Because actually I found out, which I didn't know at the time, that the whole concern about you taking photos was raised by actual buildings,
Yeah.
not our security control room.
Okay.
So this is because we've got duty of care to every building.
Yeah.
On this occasion, it's just because obviously the private estate, I will have to ask you to politely leave the estate.
Leave the estate.
I did tell you before, it's a private property.
Yeah.
You've got no, obviously you don't have to show me anything, you don't have to explain yourself, you're a free man, in a free country. However, it's because of private property. As much as I can do now is, I have to ask you to
Now,
leave, unfortunately.
I'm going to go like you asked. I'm not
Yeah,
going to refuse
yeah.
or anything because I have checked it out. The
Right,
old
Could you possibly just move away out of eyesight from the gentleman who was the private call sign there, just to try and help confuse it?
Managership finally decides to remove him from the private estate. The officer admits he committed no offense, but explains that individual buildings raised concerns about his photography. The photographer agrees to leave, but says he will film everything visible from outside the estate boundary. He argues that security's hostility has created the exact outcome they wanted to prevent.
Pictures as you wanted to, like visitors' pictures and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But if someone, as I said to you, it wasn't our control room, as the John mentioned to you before, that raised the alert. It was actually the
No, I knew it
security.
was. It was HM government.
Yeah, that's it. Because it's a government building. So we've got a duty of care to our people, to our building, to our tenants. So
Yeah.
this is, as I said, I gathered my information. I've let my boss know what you've told me, and he made that decision.
So are vehicles still subject to the Road Traffic Act whilst you're on here or not?
yeah, of course
They are?
Yeah, because roads are different.
Well, I have to report that vehicle for being
But
on.
that's our vehicle, security vehicle.
No, it's still them lines.
It's a security vehicle, but it's a private land, so there are, it's a security vehicle.
Anyway,
But
I
listen,
would have been done a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. I
You
do
know.
apologise for any inconvenience and taking on time. You have to understand your point.
No,
You
I
have
waited
to-
out on my own. I
understand.
wasn't.
At the end of the day, you have to understand my view as well and our job. So,
I can never understand it, but I'll be pleasant and kind and polite.
and so do I.
And like I say,
And so do I hope.
it's just one of the things crazy, isn't it? I've not tried to do anything illegal.
I know. I didn't say you have done it anything.
I've been asked to move, you know.
Okay,
No
thank
problems.
you very
Anyway,
much.
I'm hungry. So you take
Have a
care.
lovely evening, and I
Thank
do
you.
apologise.
No worries. Bye.
Security confirms he is not permanently banned, but the complaint still resulted in his removal. He accepts the decision and leaves peacefully. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.